All right, we are back. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Raw Emotion. We're gonna continue on the conversation that we started last week. Last week we basically covered the history of my mental health and I kind of gave you guys the Cliff Notes version of where I'm at right now, and we're just gonna we're gonna kind of continue on from there. I am fully off of my antidepressants now. When we talked last week, I had a couple more days until I took my last dose, and that was last Friday. I'm speaking to you Tuesday, and basically it's been crazy. The entire time it's been, I'm about 8.5 weeks in from when I first started to taper off of the pills, and up until now it's been basically pretty physical as far as the side effects and stuff go. But I would say probably 2 days after I stopped taking the meds fully, started getting some mental side effects. Basically feels like all so basically what has happened is I've been taking these pills that have suppressed my and regulated my serotonin, and so my body kind of doesn't know how to deal with emotion right now, whether it be joy or sadness, fear, anxiety, um, anger. So I'm currently relearning everything, you know, and it's definitely been a struggle. Definitely been a struggle. I have I've been freaking out a little bit, you know, and it's kind of like I'm teetering this line um between knowing that this is a temporary stage in my getting off of the pills and just dealing with this on my own, and the fear of, fuck, am I gonna feel like this forever, you know? And so it's like it's kind of been a daily battle between balancing those things and trying to just tell myself, hey, this is a temporary thing. It's probably gonna get worse before it gets better, but but it's gonna get better. And so it's been rough, man. I've had a lot of people. I'm done just not talking about what's going on with me, you know. And so the last 2 months I've been very open, very vocal about my mental health, about what I'm going through, what I'm currently feeling, and kind of my expectations for myself moving forward. And the outpouring of support from people around me has been huge. It's been instrumental in my being able to cope right now. And it's weird too because it's so off and on. um I'll feel fine mentally, you know, and then, 10 minutes later I could be feeling like I'm starting to lose hope, or things are starting to spin a little bit, and I always felt like the antidepressants, I always felt like Paxil was the thing that kind of kept my mind from spooling out of control, you know. And so it's up to me to teach myself, reteach myself, because I've been here before, to reteach myself how to deal with that, and it sucks. I'm gonna be 100. It sucks, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've had a lot of people reach out and just check up, you know, and I've never felt like not to just be like talk about suicide, but I've never, it's not something to take light. So, you know, people reach out, they're worried, they're concerned. I've never felt like suicide was an answer. Me and my wife talked about this the other night. Of course you have those thoughts of, you know, damn, this is exhausting. If I to put it bluntly, you know, you have those thoughts like, if I wasn't alive, like, not necessarily if I wasn't alive, but it's like, damn, like, why do I have to deal with this? Like, is it even worth continuing to push on, you know? And those thoughts are normal for someone going through mental health issues or a crisis. Let me back up. I won't say normal. I will say it's not wrong of you to have those feelings. It's when our mind starts to play it out, where you need to get concerned about your thoughts, you know? And so it's tough, you know, but you have those thoughts of, you know, like, man, like, is it even worth going on? It's really fucking overwhelming right now. I don't know if I want to continue to do this every fucking day, you know? But yes, you do, because the flip side of continuing on and struggling to cope daily is definitely pretty fucking lonely, man. And it not only affects you, it's and people forget this, man. And I think, no, it's hard for me to put my thoughts into words sometimes, but when someone commits suicide or takes their own life, they're not necessarily thinking about the people around them and how it will affect them. And I think that's like one of the main things that we need to think about if you're ever going through something mentally. The people around you are there whether they say it directly or not, they are there for you, and you need to reach out to someone. I'm kind of getting off track here. I started this little thing by saying thank you to the people that are reaching out to me. You know, there's a lot of people reaching out right now, and just making sure I'm okay, checking up. But before we go on, if you do feel like you are stuck, or you're at that point where you are so completely hopeless that you just can't flat out carry on, please reach out to someone. It is not the end. It is not the end for you. Everyone suffers from some form of mental health, whether it's just day-to-day stress and anxiety, or you know, some form of depression, or whether we like to admit it or not. You know, our brains are like the most, like, I mean, we still don't know really how our brain works, you know. It's one of the most complex things, like, on the planet. And so for people to walk around and think that seeking help mentally is wrong, it just baffles me. And people really need some people need that help. Some people need it more than others. Talk to somebody. Going to therapy does not, I can't stress this enough. Talking to someone, about how you feel does not mean there's anything wrong with you. Uh, it really just comes down to having someone to just share your feelings with, having the ability to get stuff out, bounce it off someone, even if someone's just there to listen, even if they don't talk back, they don't give you any feedback. It's important that we get things out, and talk about it. And if you are one of the kind, if you're the kind of person that really is seeking that, and you try to talk to somebody, and you don't really vibe with it the first time, that's fine. That is totally fine. Try again. Try again. Try somebody else. Go seek someone else. If you're talking to a therapist and you're not vibing, blow them off next time. You don't even need the stress of trying to close that door, or explain to them or give them a reason why you need to close that door. Excuse me. If it didn't work, it didn't work. And it's okay to just move on and look for another outlet. Super important to know that. So with that being said, I really do appreciate all the people that have reached out. Even my boss asked me how I was, how you doing, and I got this and this for the day and this thing. No, not your work shit, just you, how you doing? And that really meant a lot to me. Today I reached out to a friend. I texted a friend that I haven't talked to in maybe once or twice in the last couple of years, and that was huge too. Just to hear how they're doing, and kind of chat with them a little bit. We're actually gonna go get together, have a couple beers or whatever here in the next week or two, and just chat. I told him I was kind of going through some shit, so it's very important that you also recognize your methods of trying to cope with what's going on. And like I said earlier, that can change from day to day. It can change from hour to hour. One of my buddies yesterday told me, just take it one day at a time. And he's right. You do want to just take it a day at a time, but I straight up told him, I said, I'm living my life in 1 hour blocks right now, just trying to get through to the next hour. And it's not even trying to be like happy, like, oh, I need to be happy right now, cause that's all right there in the moment. But just trying to remember the kind of person that I'm trying to be, and remember why I'm getting off of the pills. And at this point, I'm almost 40 years old, and I've been on them for the greater part of my life, and I feel like I owe it to myself to give it another shot. Give it another chance, to see if I can just deal with it mentally by myself, and there's nothing wrong with trying to change things, for the better. Not that I was in a bad spot necessarily while taking the pills, because they, I didn't have anxiety. I wasn't depressed, but I didn't notice until I got off of them fully, how much they truly suppressed everything, and I'm still dealing with that right now. I have, just like I said, man, just you run the gamut of emotions, and that's what I'm feeling right now at any given moment. It doesn't matter how I'm feeling. I see a mom walking down the street with her son and they look happy, and I just glance over and I see that right now, and it's like, fuck, like I want to cry. I want to cry, because I feel that joy that they probably have. That's kind of goes into empathy, which is something that I really, really want to talk about in the future. Because I feel like I'm an empath. I feel empathy a lot, and it's a fascinating subject for me when I think about it, and so I'd really like to talk about that in the future, and I plan on doing like a full episode about empathy and how it affects people differently, and but yeah, it's just it's been crazy. I feel like yesterday, if yesterday I was at like a 5, as far as mental integrity goes, today's probably a 6.5, a 6.5, and I don't expect it to go up the same increment tomorrow or the next day, or tomorrow I might be down to a 4. But that's just part of the process of my body learning how to deal with these emotions and figure it out on my own. It's going to be a learning process. And bottom line, I just feel like there's so much negative stigma towards people talking about their mental health. And if I can sit here once a week for 15 minutes, for 25 minutes, for a fucking hour if I have time that day, or even 5 minutes, and just get some of my emotion out in a healthy and in a constructive way, where I feel like with this I can use it to help other people that have gone through it or are going through it, or maybe they think that mental health is just a joke and they don't understand it. If I can speak to them with this, then that, to me, I'm using this experience and my journey through this in the right way, and I've always I make music, I stream, games and shit. I've always done a lot of things in my life to put out to people, as far as being creative, and I've never felt quite a connection with anything that I've done as I do with talking about mental health. And these videos might not get the reception that maybe some of my songs do, or some clips from Warzone or something that does, but I feel like this is a big part of what I need to be doing right now, and I'm gonna continue on with it, once a week, talking about it. And so it's been rough. It's even right now, I'm just like, I feel it, kind of trembling a little bit just talking about it. My body's like, hey, you're bringing up some of this stuff, and we don't, we're feeling a certain kind of way about it. And that's good. That's good, because I need to learn how to take care of it and how to deal with it. And that's all I can ask for, is this, if I can grow from this every day, I'm moving in the right direction. But if I let my mental health become so debilitating that it's just breaking me down every day and destroying me, and I'm not proactively trying to not only get through it and change how I'm feeling, but even just address the fact that there's a problem, then I'm doing something wrong. So yeah, I'm gonna I gotta cut this one short right now, because I have some things to do. I'm a few minutes late, but really appreciate you guys watching this. Please leave me some feedback in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are feeling it, if you want to see some more. If you're interested in following my journey and connecting with me on a personal level, like with this video, the previous episode. Um, welcome. The more the merrier. This is it's gonna be quite the journey. So I appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys are all doing well, and don't forget to reach out if you have a problem, if you have an issue with anything going on in your life, mental or otherwise. Please reach out to somebody. You have support around you. You have people in your life. Use them as a tool. If you don't have people directly in your immediate life, there are people out there, and their sole purpose professionally is to be there for people like you that need someone. So let's get through this together, and we'll see you guys next time. I appreciate it. Peace.